Well, what is up, guys? Eric here, and I'm doing the second video in the series, Foundation on Flat. I apologize for the wait in terms of getting this up. Just been busy with a lot of other stuff. Been working 2 jobs, trying to maintain my bills and whatnot. However, I have been skating quite a bit. I've been trying to film some stuff. So, all that being noted, we're going to get right into this. So, today we're doing Foundation on Flat, number 2, the kickflip. Now, kickflips are very similar to ollies in that you get them in the air in a very similar way. You're sliding your foot up the board comes up to you by you sucking up your knees, and then you level the board out. However, the difference is that the board does a flip in between all of that. So, essentially, the kickflip is just you flipping your board while you're doing an ollie. Now, you're going to set up similar to an ollie, except your foot, usually in most cases, is going to be a little bit more pointed. So you're going to point your toe, you're going to put your flicking toe or your front foot, you're going to point it a little bit more towards the nose of the board, and not have so much of your foot on the board as well. You're going to kind of have your foot midway into the board, like your toes are going to be kind of in the middle, near the front bolts. And then what's going to happen is you're going to act as if you're doing an ollie. Now, at the point where your foot begins to slide up, you're going to aim your toes and flick off the corner pocket of the board. If you notice, when I flick for my kickflip, the toes flick off the corner pocket. So the toes hook the concave of the board around my foot, and then I use my ankle to flick the board. And when I flick the board begins to rotate. If you notice, the board slowly rotates, and then as you extend your foot out for the kickflip, as you kick your foot out, the board will begin to level out, and then the board should suck up to your feet, and it should catch. You should do the whole catch thing with your back foot. That's imperative. Catching the board is all in your back foot, and then you come down on your board, you land, and you're right away. Now, some common mistakes with this trick that I notice, in especially beginners, is when you flick for your kickflip, you sometimes put your foot too far off the board, too far off the side. So you might put your foot a little bit closer to the heel side of your board and kind of kick down, and that's not necessarily the best way to do it. You're going to get really mob kickflips that way, and your kickflips are going to rock it. Usually, like in most cases, they're going to rock it. And they're just not. It's not going to be a good time because you're also risking, landing primo a lot easier. You're not going to be catching your board, so you're not going to be You're not going to be able to kickflip down things. It's just going to make things a lot more difficult if you kick down when you attempt to kickflip. Also, you want to make sure that you are extending your foot past the corner pocket of the nose. The way I think of it is flick off the nose. So you want your toe to kind of go over the nose, past it. So you want to really pop, act as if you're ollieing, and then use your foot to kick out off the nose, but you have to finesse it. That's one thing that's very important, is you don't want to kick too hard. If you kick too hard, your board's just going to fly out, and that's another issue that occurs with a lot of beginners is your board flies out and you're not able to catch the board, you're not able to keep control or stay over it. So I recommend practicing this trick in the grass. That helped me, at least for the first few hours that I was trying it. It allows the board to stay still. You want to make sure that you're flicking out if you're going to be trying this trick down anything. I mean, obviously, you want to get this trick on lock before you're trying it down anything, but it's more a matter of just learning the finesse of the ankle, learning how to flick the board. That's the way that I see it. So, but other than that, guys, kickflips are pretty simple. You can do them into or off of or onto anything. They're really adaptable. They're really good for slides and grinds. They're good for doing over gaps and sets. They're good for doing up things. You can do them into manuals. They're just easily one of the most adaptable tricks because they are one of the simplest and therefore one of the most adaptable. So have fun with it. Keep trying. If you guys, if it takes time, it takes time. I mean, it's not going to come to you overnight. You have to practice and practice and practice. So just keep on that, and I'll see you guys in the next one.